Filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. Remove every filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the
original and rare sneakers, just message shoe run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers, just message shoe run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers, just message shoe run. Kata.
you love? Zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. Remove every filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. Remove every filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love,
Sound check, sound check. Sound check, good. Tama. Hindi meron. Kaso, ito, parang walang Facebook to. Facebook, wala siyang Facebook dito sa amin, no? Sa browser mo. Eh, kaso walang app eh. Wala sa app niya. Yan. Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the semifinals of the Premier Division brought to you by SBB Qatar PBAC. This is a game between Three Johns and King Caster. Doon po sa mga hindi nakakaalam nung standing natin, yung Three Johns po holds a twice to beat advantage over King Caster. These two teams splits the game elimination nung first game po, first round. King Caster took that game behind the heroics of the Canon Ronnie Cahayon, at yun naman pong second round nanalo doon ang Three Johns, and both games are decided with a very small margin, so we expect this game to go that way also. So again, ito po ay semi-final game between King Caster and Three Johns. Ito po si Noe Beredo. We're bringing you the action live from GHARAFA Stadium. At meron po tayong international referee na kinuha for this game. Andy? Handy. Ang pangalan po niya si Miss Handy. Turkish nationality daw po siya. Kasama niya po sa sahig ang ating commissioner si Com Gerald. So here we go. First possession will go to Three Johns. Ninyo Gelig has the ball. Give it to Gratil. Gives it to Defensor. To Pamintuan. Pamintuan drives. He got caught stepping on the line by the referee. So, unproductive yung first possession nitong Three Johns. Let's see how well this King Caster will do. At as I said that, nabitawan naman ni Ray Solomon yung bola. As it's defensor ang madali. Gelig to Pamintuan. Wide open from the corner. His first shot is a 3-point. It's good for the first 3 points of this ball game. You can feel yung energy dito sa court. As Ronnie Cahayon finds Padilla underneath and he's blocked by Sandy Limen. Masyadong malalim ang position doon ni Sandy Limen. Yung King Caster po opted to start with Ronnie Cahayon, Ray Solomon, Charlie Radua, Jason Padilla, and number 4. While itong Three Johns, you have Defensor, Limen, Ninyo Gelig, Pamintuan, who is open again. Fakes the shot this time. His shot is no good. And Charlie Herradura secured the ball for the rebound. At nagbabalik si Ronnie Cahayon from like a 1.5 month vacation sa Pilipinas. He almost lost the ball. Charlie Herradura save floater. Number 4 is no good. Ninyo Gelig pushing, giving the ball to Defensor. As Gratil is fouled by Jason Padilla. Sige. Gratil will take 2 free throws. So yung King Caster still scoreless early in the first period as Gratil sank his first free throw. Itong King Caster, they should start strong. They don't want to get behind against a very good team like Three Johns. As we see another turnover. Communication right there from Ray Solomon and Ronnie Gratil. Gives it to Limen. Swinging it to Gelig. Gelig back to Limen. Ninyo Gelig pulls up for 3. No good. Ronnie Cahayon taps the ball to Ray Solomon. Pushing. Charlie Herradura wide open for 3. His shot way short. Good thing his teammate number 4 is there for the rebound. Ronnie Cahayon has the ball now. Gives to Charlie Herradura. Almost losing it. Gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. You have to give it to the defense of 3 Johns. Yung ball pressure nila, makitang-kita mo. Understandably, Coach Raymond Sosing wants to close this series out. You don't want to give King Caster another chance to beat you in a game 2. As we see Ronnie Cahayon pushing cross court to number 4. Number 4 open on the corner. His shot, patay ang Butiques. Defensor with a sidestep and a foul is called on Jason Padilla, his second of the ball game. 2 early fouls for Jason. And Defensor will through to the line for 2 free throws. Let's see. So far, wala pang ginagawang adjustment si Coach Dong for his team. Nasa sa bench niya for his disposal is Billy Masbate and Cyrus Clay Malagueño. And also you have Coach Brian Tolentino. But Coach Dong seems to like this 5 on this floor. As Charlie Herradura crosses the line. Ray Solomon. No look pass. Anticipated. Ronnie Cahayon inbounding from the baseline. Gives to number 4. That's Gutierrez. Gives to Charlie Herradura. Charlie Herradura penetrates. Floater. It's good for Charlie Herradura for his first 2 points of the ball game. Ninyo Gelig using the screen of Sandy Limen. Gratil is asking for a foul but none given. Ronnie Cahayon pushing. Cross-court pass to Herradura. Herradura open. Still no go on his 3, but he got the ball nonetheless. Another floater for Charlie Herradura, taking the lead from 3 Johns. Is Charlie Herradura scored in favor of King Caster. As we see, Cruz checks in and as well as Manalo for the first time this ball game. Ninyo Gelig tries another one from the 3. And the ball will go back to King Caster. Sorry, let me correct that. Ang score po natin 7-4 in favor of 3 Johns. As Charlie Herradura gives it to Jason Padilla. He fakes. What a move by Jason Padilla. Ninyo Gelig penetrates. Sidestep. Pass to Defensor. Defensor underneath the basket. His shot is good. Asking for a foul. None given again. Ronnie Cahayon doing the point guard duties for King Caster. Shake and bake for Charlie Herradura. Taken away by Defensor. Now Manalo is pushing. Manalo. Hindi masyadong maganda yung spacing nila doon ni Cruz. But Gelig is there. Trailing job. Nice trailing job by Ninyo Gelig. as he scored 2 points in transition. Meron po tayong pressure defense by 3 Johns. Almost a steal by 3 Johns. And Coach Dong subbing in Guerra in favor of Gutierrez. So we are yet to see both Billy Masbate and Cyrus Malagueño, and now we see him running to the table, official's table. What a pass by Ray Solomon to Jason Padilla. Cruz finally takes the shot and hits it. Herradura being doubled. Ray Solomon fakes another no look pass, but that time Sandy Lehman stole the ball, as we see Defensor sizing up the defense of Charlie Herradura. Lehman with the cut and scoring 2 points is Sandy Lehman, and Coach Dong doesn't like what he sees, and he will call the first timeout of the ball game.
Zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. Remove every filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is.
At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. Again, this is the semi-final game between 3 Johns and King Caster, Tarlac. Yung 3 Johns po, meron silang tries to beat advantage over King Caster. Another almost turnover there from King Caster as Guerra penetrates in the center, but his shot is no good. And nice, oof. As Ronnie seemed to have stepped on Mar Mercado, he might have twisted his ankle. Not a good sight to see, especially if you're King Caster team. Hopefully it's nothing serious. At pinagpag lang ni Ronnie. Ayaw pa magpapalit ni Ronnie Cahayon. Talagang gustong manalo at maglaro. Guerra. His pass almost stolen. Jason Padilla to Ronnie Cahayon. Fakes. Penetrates. Pass to Guerra. What a move! But the shot is no good. Guerra recovers. Jason Padilla wide open but decided not to take the shot. Penetrates. His layup. Another good move by Jason Padilla. I think he has already 6 points in the ball game. The only thing going against Jason Padilla is that he has already 2 fouls. As our referees are talking, because Ronnie Cahayon is claiming that he did not touch the ball. As a warning is given to the bench of 3 Johns for improper bench decorum. At meron po tayong ceasefire again. Magbabalik po tayo for the remaining of this game. At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. Again, this is the semifinal game between King Caster and Trojans for the Premier Division of SBP Qatar PBAC. Asmar Mercado losing his footing. Ronnie Cahayon doubled. And I think at this point, King Caster needs Billy Masbate inside, as they don't. Ronnie Cahayon surely can serve as a point guard, but you need someone who can help Ronnie Cahayon, and Billy Masbate can do that well. Cruz receives a screen from Romero. Cruz to Mar Mercado, to Manalo. Manalo drives baseline. Pass to Mercado. Losing the handle. Jason Padilla. Wisely. Dire-derecho. And his layup is good. Nice recognition by Jason Padilla. Na-recognize niya na wala namang hindi tinigil ng referee yung play, as we see Mar Mercado hitting his first three of the ball game. Ronnie Cahayon fakes his pass, anticipated, as we see Santo Domingo checks in for Jason Padilla. I-shoutout daw natin kanina nagsabi si Coach Dong, i-shoutout daw natin Coach Dong, shoutout sa iyo kahit ikaw din nagko-coach ka dyan sa King Caster. Another turnover by King Caster. Medyo di yata maganda yung pagkaka-shoutout ko kay Coach Dong, as his team loses the ball. Again, I think King Caster needs an additional guard to help Ronnie Cahayon in this pressure defense of Trojans. But that time, Santo Domingo with a nice cut and a nice feed from Ronnie Cahayon. Cruz, screen from Sandy Limen. And Sandy Limen and Guerra getting cheapy in there. I saw that action as Guerra binigyan si Sandy Limen sa sikmura. Nagtutulakan kasi sila, and Guerra did not like that action. Sa technical was given by Com Gerald. A sportsman-like foul is called on number 11 Guerra. So it's not a technical, let me correct myself, kasi initially ang senyas ni Com Gerald is a technical. So a technical is given to. So let me just clear that. Kasi sino ba mag-free throw? Ang mag-free throw is King Caster. So as Chairman Pat Carrido wants to clear things out from our officials, so free throws will be given to King Caster for the I would assume it's a technical foul on Sandy Limen. Please bear with us kasi po yung pwesto ko medyo malayo sa table officials. So we don't have clear idea yet as to what for this technical free throw is, but we will get the information later on during the break from our table officials. But from the looks of it, a technical foul is given to Sandy Lehman as I think mayroon siyang sinabi right after na matawagan na ng unsportsmanlike si Guerra. So the first free throw is good for Sandy. Second is also good. As Cruz receives the ball from Mar Mercado, gives to Dia. Dia receiving a screen from Sandy Lehman. Cruz fakes and he's fouled before the shot, according to our official. So 3 Giants will keep the possession. Mar Mercado gives it to Cruz. Cruz penetrates and he's fouled on his way to the basket. So he'll go to the line for another 2 free throws. As Cyrus Malagueño telling Coach Dong to put Billy Masbate in. At ito na, nakita natin for the first time in this ball game, Billy Masbate finally playing as Cruz misses his first free throw. Second is also no good, but Romero keeping it alive, tapping it back to Cruz. And Cruz skip pass to Mar Mercado. Mar Mercado nilapit using the glass, no good. As Ronnie Cahayon brings the ball down, pampahinga si Ronnie Cahayon all throughout the first period. Masbate gives it to Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo, his floater is good. Nice find by Masbate. Ito yung sinasabi natin kanina. Having Masbate inside is gonna be good for King Caster as he's a heady player at the national point guard. But that time, no one even challenged the shot from Tondia and he makes them pay. Santo Domingo receives the ball from Ronnie Cahayon. Gives it to Masbate. Masbate looking at his options. And Trijan sitting on a 3-2 zone as Romero secures the rebound. Regions from the off the miss of Billy Masbate. That time hindi masyadong umikot yung bola ng King Caster. If you're playing against the zone, ang pinakamabisang gamot dyan is for you to rotate the ball. But that time, well, as we see, so that's the end of the first period. Magbabalik po tayo for the second period of this ball game.
So tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. Remove every filter. Dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in.
Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers, just message Shoe Run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers, just message Shoe Run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers, just message.
And we are back to our ball game. Ang score po natin at the start of second period, 29-19. 10-point lead for 3 Giants. Malagueño, first shot on the 3-point line is no good. Ray Solomon losing the ball. He's complaining that he got hacked that time, but no call was given as Mar Mercado misses on a short jumper. Billy Masbate has the ball. Being guarded by Cruz. He gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. And Cyrus Malagueño open again, but the shot is no good. Ray Solomon medyo masikip as Nino Gelig and Liman is there. Another shot for Malagueño, still no good. And Cruz pushing. Gives it to Mar Mercado for easy 2 points on the transition. Masbate receiving the ball. Ray Solomon pounding it inside. Hindi niya naatrasan si Nino Gelig that time. And Cyrus Malagueño receives the ball screen from and that time his turnaround shot is good off the screen from Ray Solomon. And another nice cut by Tondia. So we have a timeout from King Caster. They have to talk about their defense if they want to come back to this ball game. Magbabalik po tayo. And we are back to our ball game. Malagueño hitting the three. So nung pumasok na yung kanyang jumper kanina, nag-iba bigla yung kumpiyansa niya. As we see, Tondia gives it to Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig through the traffic. His shot is good. Nino Gelig threading through the needles, scoring 2 points on his penetration against the defense of King Caster. And Malagueño feeling it. Another one is good for Cyrus Malagueño. Tondia shaking, baking. Gives it to Pamintuan. Pamintuan, another good defense by Billy Masbate as they push the ball. Malagueño wide open for three. This time, shot no good. Hit check there for Coach Cyrus Malagueño. Oh, foul is called on the Cyrus Malagueño. Maybe a delayed call, but it was whistled nonetheless. As we see Charlie Herradura sabing back in. So the lineup of King Caster is smaller, but they opted to go on a man-to-man defense. Nino Gelig is being guarded by Ray Solomon and defensor by Charlie Herradura. Nino Gelig loses the ball, but they will keep the possession. Sorry, the call was corrected by the official, and King Caster will keep the ball. Charlie Herradura stops, penetrates, gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. Ronnie Cahayon skip pass to Billy Masbate. Billy Masbate penetrates, kicks out to Malagueño. Nice ball movement from King Caster, but the shot is not there. Nino Gelig penetrates against Ray Solomon. And that time, wala nang nagawa si Ray Solomon kasi naiwan siya ni Nino Gelig. I think it will be a little bit difficult for Ray Solomon to keep in face with Nino Gelig laterally. Medyo mabilis si Nino Gelig for Ray Solomon. And as we see Ray Solomon asking for a switch, talking to Ronnie Cahayon, as we are yet to see Coach Brian Tolentino play in this ball game. Maganda po yung pinakita ni Coach Brian Tolentino last game nila during the second round of the eliminations. Ray Solomon, the ball underneath the basket. His shot is no good, but he was pushed by Romero. So Ray Solomon trooping to the line for 2 free throws. Free throw is good for Ray Solomon. Luigi Gratil, too fast, but his shot no good. Sorry, miss for Luigi Gratil. And he's asking for a foul. So we see Coach Brian Tolentino barking out instructions from the bench. And he's yet to see action for the semifinal game of King Caster and Trojans. Again, dun po sa mga hindi nakakaalam, ang Trojans po holds a twice to beat advantage over King Caster. Second is good for Defensor. Ronnie Cahayon still hindi pa nagpapahinga midway through the second period. Nice move for Ray Solomon, but the shot is no good. As we see Luigi Gratil kicking out to Romero. Romero to Nino Gelig. Gelig penetrates, taking the shot through the contact, scoring 2 points plus the foul, and he will go to the line for bonus free throw. Unlike yung last game ng Trojans, we can see Nino Gelig more active in penetrating the lane rather than taking most of his shots from the outside. Siguro nababasa ni Coach Nino that they have the advantage height-wise over King Caster. And he has the mismatch since naka man-to-man itong King Caster. And another pressure defense for Trojans. Ray Solomon almost losing the handle, but he quickly recovers, scoring 2 points. Nice find by Malagueño. Nino Gelig against Brian Tolentino. Hesitation move is good. Gives it to Gratil, wide open from the corner. His shot is no good though, as Ray Solomon gives it to Billy Masbate. Billy Masbate against Gratil. Gives it to Cyrus Malagueño. Malagueño fakes. Step back shot, no good. Ray Solomon taps it, but Gratil recovers the ball. Pushing is Luigi. Pass to Pamintuan. Pamintuan. Wide open 3, and the transition is good for Pamintuan. So that time, good spacing from Trojans. You have 2 players going to the basket and another guy just waiting sa side for a wide open 3. But Ray Solomon quick to take advantage on the transition. His shot is no good, but he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Second free throw, no good for Ray Solomon. Luigi giving instructions, but he loses the ball as Charlie Herradura nagmamadali. Charlie Herradura is fouled by Luigi on his shot attempt, and will go to the line for 2 free throws. So a chance for Charlie Herradura to further cut down this lead. First free throw is no good though for Charlie. Charlie gets the bounce on the second free throw. At meron po tayong ceasefire as Coach Raymond Sosing calls for timeout. Magbabalik po tayo. Nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. Again, this is King Caster and Trojans battling it out for the semifinal game, first semifinal game of the day for the SBP for the Premier Division of SBP Qatar PBAC. Luigi Gratil calling out the play. Let's see kung anong play ang ginawa ni Coach Raymond Sosing as Sandy Limen that is scores on a jumper over Ray Solomon. Charlie Herradura gives to Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo against number 13. His shot no good. Ray Solomon with the hook. 2 points is good for Ray Solomon. All hustle and all effort for Ray Solomon that time. Sandy Limen now with the ball. Fixed pass. It's Gratil. Gratil spins against Billy Masbate. His shot no good. Gratil was able to evade the defense of Masbate that time, but his shot unfortunately did not go in. Coach Brian Tolentino to Charlie Herradura. His shot straight but short as Pamintuan received the ball. Did not see the advantage. Defensor naghihintay sa kanya yung defense, and Gratil, he will not miss the shot on the baseline. Coach Brian Tolentino has the ball. Pressure defense. Ray Solomon, spin is good. Minama ni Ray Solomon si De Dios that time. And Ray Solomon will not give up the ball that near to the basket when he's only being guarded by De Dios. As De Dios cuts, but his pass, the pass to him rather, is swatted away, but they will keep the possession as we see Mar Mercado and Cruz checks back in for Luigi Gratil and Pamintuan. So nice rotation being done by Coach Raymond Sosing. Defensor, his shot is good over the outstretched arm of Coach Brian Tolentino. Charlie Herradura will take another three. This time, it's short again. And Trojans is running. Cruz finds Defensor on the baseline. Oh, the pass is too strong for Ray Solomon as he will not be able to get that. And the ball will go back to Trojans as we see Nino Gelig and Ton Dia checks back in for Defensor and De Dios. So short rest for Nino Gelig. Mar Mercado gives it to Cruz as King Caster sticks it out with the man-to-man defense. And Coach Brian Tolentino guarding Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig through the traffic, losing the handle, and no foul is called by our international referee. And Cyrus Malagueño will check back in the ball game, subbing out Coach Brian Tolentino. Cyrus Malagueño gives it to Ray Solomon, being guarded by Sandy Limen. Skip pass to Charlie Herradura. Penetration. What a move by Charlie Herradura. And he's fouled on the way to the basket and will go to the line for 2 free throws. They should do more of that. I'm talking about King Caster. Yung spacing ng King Caster that time, much better. As you can see, you have Cyrus Malagueño and Charlie Herradura going deep and serving as floor spacer, leaving Ray Solomon open sa ilalim. Kaya lang yung kanilang depensa medyo late, but si Tondia caught stepping on the line and commit a turnover. As we see, Masbate gives it to Malagueño. Malagueño to Ray Solomon. Malagueño to Masbate. Masbate penetrates, stops, don't have the shot. Ray Solomon, his perimeter jumper is good. Cruz against Billy Masbate. And Cruz is fouled by Ray Solomon. Wala nang nagawa doon si Ray kasi ang ganda ng lusot ni Cruz. He was able to evade the defense of Billy Masbate through multiple moves. And then Ray Solomon has no chance of stopping Cruz right there, and eventually giving up the foul as Cruz makes up his first free throw. Second is also good. Charlie Herradura to Billy Masbate. Billy Masbate to Santo Domingo. Santo Domingo, his pass. Medyo masikip yung spacing nila doon. That Mar Mercado to Cruz. Cruz! No good on the shot, but Nino Galig. Another good trail job by Nino Galig. Scoring off an offensive rebound, and Malagueño is fouled by number 16 Cruz, and they are on the penalty. So Cyrus Malagueño will troop to the line for 2 free throws. First shot is good for Cyrus Malagueño. Second is also good as he cuts down the lead of Trojans. As we head to the almost last 1 minute of this second period, Cruz, nice feed to Limen. What a play between Cruz and Sandy Limen. Ray Solomon penetrates, and the ball taken away by Sandy. And Tondia losing the ball. Sorry. Opportunity there for Tondia. Billy Masbate to Cyrus Malagueño. Seconds to go. Charlie Herradura will let it fly. Still nothing for Charlie Herradura. At the end of second period, the Trojans will keep their lead over King Caster. At magbabalik po tayo for the second half of the ball game.
Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. We move every filter, dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. We move every filter, dive into details. Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love. When you get curious about the food you love, zoom in. Zoom in and see why the tasty is so tasty. Get a little closer and know what makes this so juicy. We move every filter, dive into details.
At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. This is the semi-final game between 3 Johns and King Caster. Sandilimen has the ball on top. Cruz receives it using the screen. Billy Masbate. What a move by Cruz! Scoring through the traffic. Wow! As Billy Masbate gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. Ronnie Cahayon, skip pass to Malagueño. Malagueño, sidestep for the 3. His shot is good. Let's see kung magtutuloy na to or Coach Cyrus Malagueño. If you are Billy Masbate, you will feel challenged by this Cruz because he's really playing very, very well as Ray Solomon securing the ball. Gives to Ronnie Cahayon. Ronnie Cahayon lays it in. 2 points for Ronnie Cahayon in the transition, cutting the lead of 3 Johns. But King Caster needs to make multiple stops or consecutive stops, that is, para makabalik sila sa ball game na to. They cannot afford to exchange baskets with 3 Johns as Nino Gelic penetrates. Sikip! But his as Charlie Herradura is called for a foul on that shot by Nino Gelig. Masbate gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. Ronnie Cahayon to Ray Solomon. Charlie Herradura sees the crack. Penetrates. What a move! Everything but the shot for Charlie Herradura. Nino Gelig penetrates. Kicks it out to Cruz. Cruz being guarded by Masbate. Gives it out to Nino Gelig. Gelig being guarded by Charlie Herradura. Sandy Liman for 3, no good. Great defense by King Caster on that possession by 3 Johns. And Coach Cyrus Malagueño open in the corner. This time his shot is no good. And Cruz secures the ball. They're running. His pass to Manalo is a little too low and a little too advanced for Manalo to catch. But nice intention nonetheless for Cruz. Whew. Careless pass there by Ronnie Cahayon. And Cruz wide open. He misses that shot though. And Ray Solomon will not miss the shot, scoring 2 points. So King Caster dodges a bullet on that turnover and then score 2 points on the other side. Nino Gelig sizing up Charlie Herradura. Gives it to Sandy Limen. Sandy Limen muscling his way in. His shot no good. And Ronnie Cahayon secures the ball for King Caster. Ray Solomon open from the top. He will take the 3. Strong though. Manalo spins. Kicks it out to Pamintuan. Pamintuan fakes. Penetrates. Meets by Ray Solomon. His shot is no good. Nino Gelig for the rebound. And the ball bounces off Nino Gelig. A nice defense. Quick hands that time by Ray Solomon. As we see Billy Masbate and Charlie Herradura subbed out by Santo Domingo. And who else is the other one? Let me check that one later on. Ronnie Cahayon gives it to Cyrus Malagueño, to Ray Solomon. Hook shot off the board is no good. As we see Tondia pushing. Tondia to Romero. Romero pass to Tondia. What a play by 3 Johns. Unselfish play. As itong si Ray Solomon hindi na bumaba na naman on defense. At yung depensa naman ng 3 Johns caught sleeping that time. And Ray Solomon will go to the line for 2 free throws. Palimit talagang ginagawa yan ni Ray Solomon. Nandadaya siya on defense, hindi siya bumababa. His first free throw is good. And we are yet to see Jason Padilla comes back into this ball game. Maganda kasi yung pinakita ni Jason Padilla kanina nung first half. That's why I'm asking. Mar Mercado now has the ball. Mar Mercado suddenly pulls up. His patented high arcing shot is no good. As we see Ronnie Cahayon. Nice play to Malagueño. Malagueño wide open. Kitang-kita natin kung saan pupunta yung bola when Malagueño received the screen from Ray Solomon. And Tondia being guarded by Guerra. Nino Gelig squares up for the 3. He shot no good. And Buendia is fouled by Romero. King Caster making a headway in this third period, but they have to take advantage every time they make a stop. They should score on the other end. That's the only way you can get back. And Ray Solomon, his shot underneath is no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line for another 2 free throws. And King Ray going to work. Second is good for Ray Solomon. Mar Mercado has the ball. Tondi asked for it. He's being guarded by Guerra on top. Guerra. Illegal screen is called on Romero. Good call by Gerald as we see Romero moving as he gives a screen for Tondia. Okay na sana yung screen ni Romero but gumalaw kasi siya. That's why a foul was called on him. And another chance for King Caster to inch back to this ball game. Ronnie Cahayon has not taken as much shot as he usually does. And Malagueño fakes. Nice move by Cyrus Malagueño. Wow! What a shot! His 3-point is good. Putting Tondia on skates and hitting a 3 is Coach Cyrus Malagueño. Coach Cyrus Malagueño almost single-handedly bringing his team back on this ball game. Ronnie Cahayon fouled by Romero. At itong Trojans are already in the penalty. Medyo mahaba-haba pa itong oras na to on the second period. Let's see if Ronnie Cahayon can take advantage of that. But the first shot is no good for Ronnie Cahayon. As the lead is still at 3. But this third period started with Trojans leading by 10 at the start. And now they are only leading by 2 now. As Coach Raymond Sosing will regroup and address this run by King Caster. Magbabalik tayo for the remaining of this third period.
Shoe run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message shoe run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message shoe run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message shoe run. Kata.
Let your curious mind swipe right on everything you want to know. Just ask us on Your Right to Know. Get closer to the food you love.
At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. As expected, we have a close one. Nandito po tayo live from GHARAFA Training Gym. Ito po si Noe Bredo bringing you the rundown of this game between Trojans and King Caster. Again, this is the semi-final game for the Premier Division of SBP Qatar PBAC, with Trojans having the twice to beat advantage over King Caster. If you have just joined us, Trojans was leading almost all throughout the first half and for the most part of this third period by double digit. And then Cyrus Malagueño happens and now they are just behind by 3 points. At before the game, I was thinking na ito talaga yung magiging susi nitong King Caster. They have to knock down shots from outside so that Ray Solomon can operate down low. At ito na nga po yung nangyayari natin. As we see, Guerra, I don't know if that's a smart shot because wala pa yung mampi niya. There's no rebounder underneath. Medyo nagmamadali doon sa tira na yon si Guerra. As we see, Sandy Liman is fouled by Buendia. And that to me is a good foul kasi wala pa sa penalty itong King Caster. I think that's only their third team foul. Dia receiving the ball, gives it to Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig suddenly pulls up for 3, still no go. As Ronnie Cahayon has the ball, gives it to Guerra. And Ronnie Cahayo on the top uses the screen of Ray Solomon against Tom Dia. Ray Solomon suddenly pulls up for 3. Shot is good! Wow! And don't look now. King Caster is just behind by 1 point. as the defensor misses. And Ronnie Cahayon has the ball. Ronnie Cahayon behind the back. Kicks it out to Ray Solomon. Ray Solomon wide open for another three. This shot is no good. Pero medyo nangihina na yung depensa ng King Caster as yung mga hindi na nakakababa. But that time, sorry miss for Ray Solomon and Ronnie Cahayon wide open. Let's see if this will go in. Sorry miss for Ronnie Cahayon. Tondia to a cutting Limen. Nice pass. And Limen is fouled on the way to the basket and will go to the line for 2 free throws. At this point, this is very critical for King Caster. You have to find the balance for giving your players some rest, and at the same time, kailangan ma-continue nila yung momentum that they have right now. So let's see how King Caster will fare with Ray Solomon finally getting a breather at this point of third period, and Sandy Limen misses his second free throw. Billy Masbate will not hesitate, but his shot is no good. And defensor loses the handle as Buendia exerted enough effort para malito doon si defensor, causing him to lose that ball. Coach Brian, walang mapasahan. Finally gives it to Buendia, but his pass swatted away as Mermercado. His pass also taken King Caster, and Malagueño will not hesitate, but this time it's short. I think Malagueño needs also some time in the bench kasi ilang possession na yon na medyo nakikita na natin may konti ng pagod kay Coach Cyrus. Cahayon now has the ball, gives it to Billy Masbate. Masbate to Ronnie Cahayon. Masbate fakes, gives it to Ronnie. Ronnie fakes. Short jumper off the board. It's too strong. And Coach Brian tapping the ball. And the ball will go to King Caster according to Com Gerald. We have a review. So they will double check this out of bounds ball kung kanino talaga mapupunta yung possession. So we have a coach challenge. So Coach Raymond decided to take his challenge early in this point of the ball game. I say early kasi normally ganito kadikit yung laro, baka you'll never know. You might need that challenge later on. As tinitingnan po ng ating table officials kung kanino yung bola. As we see, there's a decision already as we wait the official call of our referees. So challenge unsuccessful, and King Caster will keep the possession. The lead 66-62 is our score with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go in the ball game. Cahayon to Cyrus Malagueño. Malagueño squares up for 3. No good. In and out for Coach Cyrus Malagueño. Mar Mercado pushing. His short jumper is good. So it's the turn of Three Giants to make a run. And their lead is back to 6 points. And the pass of Billy Masbate taken away. And Defensor is running. Gives it to Cruz. Cruz, walang kabantay-bantay, but his shot is no good. And Billy Masbate is fouled on the rebound. And Billy Masbate will go to the line for 2 free throws because Three Giants is already in the penalty. If you are Three Giants, this is the last thing you want. Giving the opportunity for King Caster to score without the time running. But Billy Masbate, uncharacteristically missing free throws today. His second free throw also no good. So missed opportunity for Billy. Asmar Mercado has the ball. Defensor against Cyrus Malagueño. What a move. His pass though is swatted away. And Cyrus Malagueño squares up for another 3. This time, hindi talaga pa pumapasok yung tira ni Coach Cyrus. His bench telling Coach Cyrus to penetrate. But Coach Cyrus Malagueño telling him no, that's my shot. As Nino Gelling was able to evade Coach Brian. But he loses the handle. And Buendia takes the ball away and scored 2 points off the turnover. As Cruz rushes. His shot no good. And that's it for our third period. Three Giants will keep their 4-point lead as we enter the fourth and final period of this ball game. Magbabalik po tayo.
Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message Shoe Run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message Shoe Run. Kata. Wanting to buy original and rare sneakers? Just message Shoe Run. Kata.
And we are back to our ball game. Again, this is the semi-final game between King Caster and Three Giants, with Three Giants having the twice to beat advantage over King Caster. We are at the start of the fourth period with Three Giants leading by 4. Charlie Herradura push shot is no good, but he got his own rebound. Kicks the ball out to Ronnie Cahayon. And Ray Solomon asking for it. He's only guarded by Jeff Defensor. But Charlie Herradura saying, relax lang kayo, I got this. Scoring for another 3 points is Charlie Herradura, cutting the lead down to 1 early in the fourth period of this ball game. Nino Gelig penetrates. His shot no good. Buendia secures the ball. Ronnie Cahayon gives it to Ray Solomon. To Billy Masbate. Billy Masbate squares up for 3. Shot! Finally goes in and he gives the lead to King Caster. Cruz gives to Defensor, to Sandy Limen, being guarded by Buendia. Let's see how Three Giants will answers back. as Nino Gelig gets the rebound, scores 2 points. Sayang yun for King Caster as they were not able to secure the ball. And we are all tied up. Masbate gives it to Ray Solomon. Ronnie Cahayan to Charlie Herradura. Another 3-point shot on the way is good for Charlie Herradura. And this is bad news for Trojans. As King Caster, he's hitting their outside shots. Cruz penetrates, kicks it out to Mar Mercado. Susubukan bawiin. Mar Mercado though will miss his shot and Billy Masbate has the ball now. Tinitinan kung may advantage sila. Open shot for Billy. Rims out. And Ronnie Cahayan caught fouling Cruz. He checked there for Billy Masbate. Not sure if it's a smart shot by Billy Masbate, but you cannot put him at fault kasi pumapasok yung mga tira nila sa labas. Cruz will inbound to Defensor. Cruz using the screen of Romero takes the shot from 3. It's good for Cruz. What a nerve by this young player. Walang pressure dito kay Cruz. And we're all tied up again as Ray Solomon penetrates his hook shot. No good. It rims out as Defensor is pushing with Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig penetrates, kicks out to Cruz. Cruz, another 3 for him. This time it's no good as Billy Masbate gets the ball. Ray Solomon asking for it. Ronnie Cahayon drops to Buendia for easy 2 points. And they have the lead back. Pamintuan gives it to Defensor. Defensor will take the 3. No good. And Billy Masbate securing it. Billy Masbate seeing no advantage. Gives it to Ray Solomon. Ray Solomon to Cahayon to Charlie Herradura. What a ball movement. Another 3 for Charlie Herradura. You have to love the way King Caster is moving that ball. What a way to get back to this ball game. And we have a timeout. And I'm sure Coach Raymond Sosing will talk about their defense at magbabalik po tayo. At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game. Right now, King Caster enjoying a 5-point lead over Trojans after being behind by double digit. Maybe almost all part of this ball game. And they are now back with the vengeance, making a run. But nung pong last game nila, nung second round ng elimination, almost the same happened. They were leading midway through the fourth period until Trojans made their own run. So let's see if they can hold on this time. As we see, Cruz scores off the timeout. So good timeout called by Coach Raymond Sosing. Cahayan has the ball on top. Masbate open for 3. No good. And Charlie Herradura is called for a foul against Defensor. And Charlie Herradura saying na nagpepestuhan lang sila that time. But that's not how our international referee saw that. Last time, Charlie Herradura was not able to finish the ball game as he committed his fifth foul like in the almost 3 minutes of the ball game. I'm talking about yung game po nila nung second round. But this time, I think Charlie Herradura was able to manage his fouls, and he needs to stay in the court for his team to have a better chance of winning this ball game and force a do or die game. As we see Cruz with the ball against Billy Masbate using the screen by Sandy Limin. Good recovery that time by Buendia. Defensor gives to Cruz. His pass wayward, and Cruz was not able to handle that, and the ball will go back to King Caster. Kahayan has the ball. Gives it to Billy Masbate. Another 3-point shot by Charlie Herradura. This time it's well defended by Defensor and it's short. Pamintuan running. Gives it to Cruz. Cruz to Pamintuan. Cruz to Romero. Romero is fouled. Plus the shot. And Romero will have the chance to tie this ball game. Romero makes his first free throw, and we're all tied up at meron po tayong substitution. And now Buendia comes out for Malagueño, and you can see that Coach Dong is bringing out his top dogs at this point of the ball game, not pulling any punches. You can see all the premier players of King Caster on the court with Charlie Herradura, Ronnie Cahayon, Billy Masbate, Ray Solomon, and Cyrus Malagueño, all in the court at the same time as Charlie Herradura is fouled on his way in to the basket. And you can see how smart Charlie Herradura is. He knows that kinukuha na siya ng depensa from outside kasi he's hitting his shot. So what did he do? He penetrated to the lane, or to the basket rather, and he makes his first free throw, giving the lead back to his team midway through the fourth period. Both free throws are good. As we see, Nino Gelig checks back in for Romero. Now this is your dilemma if you're King Caster. Nino Gelig will have an advantage whoever guards him with the lineup of King Caster. Charlie Herradura has that difficult task right now. And I know how smart Nino Gelig is. See, he's attacking, but his shot is no good. Good defense that time for King Caster. Ray Solomon helping Charlie Herradura. Ray, no shot there for Malagueño. They swing the ball and gives to Billy Masbate. Charlie Herradura wide open, in and out. And Ray Solomon asking for a foul. And he's lagging on defense. And Nino Gelig takes advantage of that. A miss by Nino Gelig, but Sandy Limin cleans up the board. But his putback is no good. But he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Again, ang nakikita po natin dito is a mismatch for Nino Gelig, but Coach Dong quickly putting Coach Brian Tolentino for Charlie Herradura. I think this is a good ploy. You might miss the offense of Charlie, but Coach Brian Tolentino is a better defender against Nino Gelig. as he has the height and the strength to match up with Nino. He might be giving a one step or two speed wise, but then again, this Coach Brian is a smart player, and it's a good time also to give Charlie Herradura some breather. He can come back later on, maybe for Billy Masbate or for Coach Cyrus Malagueño. First free throw of Sandy, no good. Second is good for Limin, cutting the lead down to 1 for King Caster as Ray Solomon receives the ball, gives it to Coach Brian Tolentino. Coach Brian looking at his option. Ronnie Cahayon asking for it against Pamintuan. Ronnie Cahayon thinks that he has the advantage. His shot, he's fouled. Grabe. Yung smarts nitong si Ronnie Cahayon. He knows that he can back up Pamintuan one-on-one. And then he goes for the fadeaway shot. And Pamintuan ended up fouling him. And Ronnie Cahayon makes the first free throw. Second is also good for Ronnie Cahayon. Billy Masbate guarding Cruz. Gives it to Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig penetrates. Drops it to Limin. His pass is strong. And Pamintuan wide open from the top. He makes the shot. And he equalizes the score. Tolentino now has the ball. On top, being guarded by Nino Gelig. Billy Masbate against Cruz. Gives it to Ronnie Cahayon. Ronnie Cahayon now being guarded by Defensor. Cahayon suddenly pulls up for 3. No good, but Coach Brian Tolentino is there for the rebound. Gives it to Billy Masbate. Billy Masbate finds Ray Solomon. Wide open in the center. His shot is no good, but he's there for his own rebound, plus the putback and the foul. Giving the lead back to King Caster with a chance to add it on with this free throw. Wow, we are seeing a great ball game against between these two teams. And we expected nothing less kasi nga po yung kanilang elimination games, ganito rin halos ang nangyari. Cruz gives it to Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig give to Sandy Limin. Sandy Limin against Ray Solomon. Ray Solomon, to Cruz. Cruz, jumper, no good. Coach Brian Tolentino has the ball. Swatted away by Defensor, but King Caster will keep the possession. As Ronnie Cahayon has the ball, gives it to Ray Solomon on top against Sandy Limin. Billy Masbate. Great denial there by Defensor. And Ronnie Cahayon was not able to get the ball. This time he's open for the 3. His shot is short, but he will get the ball. And Defensor taps the ball. And King Caster will keep the possession as the ball hits the ring. We have substitution as Charlie Herradura comes back in. We are heading to the twilight zone of this ball game. King Caster leading 3 jumps. And Billy Masbate being guarded by Cruz. Billy Masbate to Ray Solomon. His shot, no good. He has to take that kasi paubos na yung oras. Nino Gelig. Pass to Sandy Limin. And Sandy Limin is fouled by Ronnie Cahayon, as Ronnie Cahayon was hit inadvertently by the arm of Sandy Lehman, and Ronnie Cahayon is hurt. So 2 free throws will be awarded for Sandy Lehman. First free throw for Sandy is good. Second is no good for Sandy. So the lead is at 2. Bilate crossing the line just in time. Ray Solomon open 3. His shot way short. And Nino Gelig is fouled by Charlie Herradura. It's a double black eye for Charlie Herradura as they are already in penalty. And I think that is already his fourth. So not a smart foul by Charlie. Nino Gelig is very far from the basket. I don't know what Charlie was thinking. But Nino missing his first free throw. Second is good for Nino. So it's down to a 1-point lead for King Caster with 2 minutes to go. Ronnie Cahayon penetrates, kicks out to Charlie Herradura. Floater. He didn't get the bounce. And Sandy Lehman has the ball. Defensor pushing to Nino Gelig. Nino Gelig fakes his shot. He gets a bounce. Hindi ko po may announce sa inyo yung score kasi malayo ko sa table official. Charlie Herradura against Nino Gelig. Charlie Herradura, his shot too strong. And Pamintuan is wide open. And we have a timeout. King Caster goes for a ceasefire. And I think Trojans is asking for a review on the score. Mukhang meron pong i-correct sa score po natin. So let's see. Magbabalik po tayo for the remainder of the fourth period of this ball game. Nire-review po ng ating table officials to make sure na yung score po natin is correct. As we have only 51 seconds to go in the fourth period of this ball game. Tama. Nagbabalik po tayo. Ang score po natin 88-85 with 51 seconds to go. Bola po ng King Caster. Coach Cyrus took the shot. His shot is short. And Nino Gelig has the ball. Almost losing the handle. Penetrates. His shot is good. And now they are enjoying a 5-point lead. As Ronnie Cahayon finds Charlie Herradura open for 3. Medyo hindi na pumapasok yung mga team ngayon ng King Caster. As we have a timeout, ang score po natin 90-85, a 5-point lead for 3 Johns with a few seconds to go. At nagbabalik po tayo sa ating ball game with 3 Johns enjoying a 5-point lead over King Caster with a few seconds to go. And they are opting to inbound full court so that they can take advantage of their shot clock. And Ray Solomon gave up the foul. And Nino Gelig will troop to the line for 2 free throws. So halos parehas din po nung nangyari nung nakarang game. We saw a collapse on the offense of King Caster. At the latter stage of the fourth period, as Nino Gelig misses his free throw, mathematically still possible for King Caster. As Nino Gelig misses both, if King Caster will be able to make a 3, this will be a different ball game. As Billy Masbate is fouled by Cruz. Charlie Radura inbounding. Gives it to Ronick Billy Masbate. Charlie Radura will take a three. His shot, no good. And 3 Johns will march to the finals of this Premier Division of SBP Qatar PBAC. And they will be the first team to advance to the finals. As Ray Solomon scores the last 2 points of the ball game. So that's it. Congratulations to 3 Johns. At naghihintay na kung sino mananalo dun sa ating next game, which is One Love versus Ilonggo team. So magbabalik po tayo for our second game.